This was a special game for special teams. Some nice calls by Jeff Fisher and his crew in St. Louis that helped them win this game over Seattle.
Well, Mark, one thing people have long known about Jeff Fisher, dating back to the Music City Miracle, is that he practices arcane special teams situations. And they waited for the ball between the 45s. They punt end over end by John Ryan that they thought would look like a fair catch play. They sent everybody over to Tavon Austin's side as if he were going to return it on the left. You saw Stedman Bailey catch it over his shoulder on the right. Nobody went with him, and they had
including the cameraman.
Including the cameraman. They had a four-man wall set up for him in case some of the Seahawks were in on the ruse, and just a meticulously prepared play and executed without a hitch.
Yeah, and not really a scary play for them, because what's going to go wrong here? The ball bounces out of bounds.
Right. Jeff Fisher, I talked to him after the game. He said, listen, if the gunner goes with Stedman, we coach him to just get out of the way. The ball bounces. Worst case, they down it inside the 5. But they were waiting for a specific situation inside the 45s, and he said, the reason we knew we could do this is because they're so good on special teams. Mm-hmm. That punter is money. He always puts it end over end with great hang time on the numbers. That's why it worked.
Yeah, they had planned for that one well. So like I said before, not a lot of risk if that one goes awry. Meanwhile, there was the fake punt later in the game, a very risky call, one that you don't normally see coaches make in this situation.
No, and the great thing is, so they were faced with giving the ball back to Russell Wilson, who was on fire, and Jeff Fisher felt had a pretty good chance of getting them into field goal range. At the beginning of the drive, he went to his special teams coach, John Fossil, and said, listen, if we get into 4th down, have Hecker ready to throw the ball, because I'm going to call the fake. The only 13 people in the world who knew it was coming were Fisher, Fossil, and the 11 guys in that huddle. The Rams sideline erupting when they pulled it off.
When you are a team like St. Louis and you're playing a team like Seattle, sometimes you got to reach into your bag of tricks, and it seemed like this is the right call. A lot of teams would play it safe. They'd kick it and just, cross their fingers, but really some bold moves.
Yeah, and the Rams are in probably still the toughest division in football with the Seahawks, Niners, and the on-fire Arizona Cardinals. And they've been building a pretty good team. They were very excited about this season with Sam Bradford coming back from the ACL. When he tore it again, it just deflated them in a lot of ways. They've had some really impressive wins over the years, especially last year, beating teams like Indy, taking them apart. But with a 1-4 start, their season was in peril. They needed something bold to get them back on the right track, and they came up with it.
Well, they certainly did, and it helps them snap a 3-game losing streak to the Seattle Seahawks, partially due to those bold calls by Jeff Fisher. And if you want to read more about him, you can check out Michael's articles on NFL.com.